Hello, my name is Gabe the Babe.
Otherwise known as Ellie.
Ellie Presco.
I am Nina Arnone.
Yeah, you are. And welcome to Office Hours.
Hello, welcome to Office Hours.
Greetings.
It's weird not record, like the past 2 times we've recorded, we've been together and now we're not, and I don't love it.
Yeah, we'll never be together again.
Nope, it sucks. It's really, I should have milked every second of that last time. And alas,
you really should have appreciated me more.
Yeah. Did you have fun at the wedding?
Yes.
Yeah, we went to a wedding together.
I love weddings.
Yeah.
I love a wedding. I love to dance.
Too. I do too.
I don't like people who are like, ew, weddings, romance, because like you can ignore that if they're being gross, and you can make fun of it too if it's horrible. And then you get free food and drinks and you dance. And who doesn't love an activity? So
yeah, that's kind of what I'm realizing. Like, I forgot in my life stage of hermetism, I have forgotten how much I love to get drunk and dance.
yeah,
It's so fun. And particularly at a wedding, well, you simply never know because of the world that we live in. But like at the very least, the odds of there being like several, like tens of creepy men, like as you would find in like a club,
I see what you're saying.
significantly lowered. Like there's always going to be
people
like
behave better.
Yeah, there's going to always be
one.
like your uncle or a stepdad or something, but it's, like
Sure.
you can always like kind of, you have your eye on them, it's not like you're surrounded by creeps.
And also you're likely surrounded by family and or other adults who will yell at that person who's being weird or be like, hey, go drink water.
Yeah.
And you won't have to like tell that to a stranger.
Yeah.
There's more accountability.
It's really nice to have the majority of like the crowd be like, hey, for sure, stop doing that.
Yeah.
And then for them to be like,
hey, take a beat immediately.
Yeah.
Or I will beat you up.
Yeah.
Like I did in 7th grade.
Yeah. Hey, have a Dasani for the love of Christ.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
God.
But they're just so fun. They're so every wedding is so different. And I just think they're so fun.
And the things that are similar about them are things that I love. Like the dancing. There's always a variety of alcohol that I enjoy.
There's something for everyone.
There really, really is. I really appreciated the bar that was present with lots of choices.
They did do a great bar. That's actually one of the best ones I've been to.
I think it was the best one I've ever been to.
I've been to some rich weddings, so
nice.
I will say those top it. But that's like an older couple getting married.
Right. Where like they've had a Roth IRA since the 80s.
Yeah, so they're like, this is kind of just like a party. Yeah. And also everyone like won't drink cheap stuff. Like if you got bad stuff, their friends would be like, we're going to leave. We'll just go.
Yeah. Like my dad, anytime he just goes out to dinner, that's the attitude.
And just brings his own liquor.
He literally he's got the wagon connected to his back.
I had never heard of that being a thing ever in my life until I went out with your parents and they brought their own wine to a dinner.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't
some places you cannot. Like they will not let you.
No. Yeah, but those places like they'll have good stuff.
So yes, but also my parents have been to places that have good stuff and will still bring their own wine. Like they're like, we only trust each other in this post-apocalyptic hellscape. And you know what? That's love. That's truly love.
True. I'd literally never heard of that until I met your parents. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that my parents taught me that I went on in life and had to very silently, like within myself and no one else, be like, oh, so this is what I have grown up with is not normal. For sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's not like it doesn't like create an existential crisis or anything, but it is sort of the like, oh, that was privilege. Oh, that was super privilege.
When you were growing up, did you go to, I can't remember what they're called now, but they're like classes to teach you like manners and stuff?
Oh, like etiquette classes?
Yeah, like how to eat dinners and like how to walk. So I can't remember what those are called, but people at my school went to them. We never did because you paid money to learn how to eat.
For sure, yeah.
But there was, yes.
No, I just have a theory as to why that was. And then I feel like the children who attend that, and I could be wrong, it could be a generalization, but their parents came from old money with like tradition. And I grew up very privileged, but with parents who grew up either at the poverty line or just above it. Yeah. So their mentality, similarly to your parents, was we're not paying thousands of dollars to teach our children how to eat.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
So there's something, well, I'm not sure. This is something I've just noticed sometimes, and you can tell me your thoughts on it. I didn't know until I met you and your family. I always cut all of my meat and all of my food before eating it. I would cut the whole like piece of chicken up or the whole steak up before I ate it. When I met your family, I saw that it's cut per bite. And since then, and my family still cuts up the whole thing before we eat it. And I've met other people who I found out like grew up with money and different things. And and they'll be like, "Are you cutting it all up?" I like genuinely curious. They're like, "What?" And I watch it and I'm like, this is a class thing, I think.
Maybe. I honestly
do you remember that though, when I would like cut the whole thing up or anything?
I don't. I remember the stacking of the plates debate at restaurants.
That is another thing. So the thing with cutting up, people in the comments, tell me your thoughts on that.
Tell us.
My family grew up, and my family still does, and I bet you when I bring this up, and my sisters listen to this, they're going to be like, "You're not supposed to cut up the whole piece of chicken?"
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Because apparently you're not. When I go out to nice places to eat, cut per bite. Or you cut like a slice, and then you cut, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was something I learned when I was like in my 20s. Yeah. And then when we first started going out to eat, I would always stack my plates and stack everything. And I was like, "Ellie, stack your stuff." And she was like, "No, you're not supposed to." And I was like, "Ellie, stack your plates." And I was taught stack it all because it's nice, and you're helping the waitress out so that it's easier for them to collect everything and move on. Ellie was taught, well, you speak. I shouldn't speak for you.
So, I mean, yeah.
You tell me what you were taught.
So I grew up being told that stacking the plates at a restaurant is rude because it sends a message to the waiter that they took too long to collect your plate. So it's kind of like stacking it is almost like sending a message like, "Hey, like come here, like we're done."
Yeah,
like type of thing.
Like telling them they're doing a bad job.
Yeah. So that's why when I went out to dinner with your family and you guys stacked your plates, I was fucking horrified because I was like, "Oh my god, you're literally telling the waiter to go fuck themselves. What are you doing?" And then when you explained why, I was like, "Oh my god, that makes total sense." So now, like, I
don't know
because
I think yours is fair as well, and I genuinely think it depends on the level of the restaurant.
I totally agree. Yeah. I follow somebody's lead. Like, it's because my partner also stacks plates to like one less thing for the waiter to have to do. And so I now, like, if I'm out to dinner with my parents, we don't stack plates because that's how we were raised for, reasons stated prior. And then if I'm with someone who does, I just do it. Because they both make sense, and I don't think one is better than the other.
I don't think it's right or wrong. I think it's situational, but it was very interesting. These are like little things you never realize about the other side.
The other side. The other side of the fence. Class is wild, dude. Super wild. Yeah.
But it's like little things like that. Like whenever I see someone and they cut up all of their food, cut up all their meat or whatever at first, I know
Yeah.
that they didn't grow up with money.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I never spotted that. I don't even know why we were taught to cut per
It's
bite.
an etiquette. It's an etiquette
I
thing.
guess, yeah, because like I would think like because
Show
to
how
me
dainty
both,
your bites are.
I guess, but if I'm having a fillet, like my jaw's gonna unhinge like a fucking anaconda. So like we've already thrown class out the window at that point. But
Yeah, I don't know.
because they both kind of send the same message to me of like you're slowing down, like you're not like scarfing your food down, you're like pacing yourself, and they both seem to do that. So I have no idea. But then again, like my family, we never did like cotillion or
That's
anything
what it
like
was.
that.
Totally.
Yeah, we never did any of that because it
Yeah.
just was so outside the realm of like what my parents grew up with and were interested in. I mean, we didn't even go to church. It was sort of just like my mom had 4 kids and she was like, I'm tired. Like, they all have their heads. Send them outside. And that's what we did. And then my dad was like super into playing outside, and we never saw him during the week because of work. So on the weekends, it was like our time to spend time with him. So he was like, we're playing soccer for 6 hours until someone throws up.
I bet he loved that. Thinking about his work now, like having those breaks on the weekend. I bet that was so nice.
Yeah. No, he loved it. I mean, and he like when we were all little, like we never really saw him Monday through Friday. So like those breaks were like so great. I truly, I say it, this is like my running joke. I truly think my sisters and I are the only rich girls without daddy issues because we saw our dad. Like, so yeah, he never missed a play or anything. He's a good guy. Cool man. But didn't learn any of the etiquette from him. That was all my mother.
True.
Yeah.
I've seen him eat.
It's horrifying. It's just a pile of lettuce, and it's like you put a Dyson over it.
There's lentils everywhere.
Everywhere. I told him he is forbidden from eating lentils around me. I can't fucking stand it. Because it taps into my hatred of people who cough.
Yeah, Ellie gets mad at you when you cough around her. Because it's a choice. It's a choice that you make to cough. And she genuinely be like, oh my God, can you stop?
The worst part is when I cough, it's fine. I'm not bothered by it. And nor should you be. But when someone coughs, I'm wrong for this. I don't know why. I'm just like, can you just like fucking stop obstructing the peace? Like, can you just really put a pin in it? Like, learn how to chew. Learn how to not breathe through your mouth when you're eating. You swine of the earth. It just drives me up
water.
the wall. Yeah, have a drink of water. And if that goes down the wrong pipe, you deserve to drown. Like, I have no patience for the Neanderthal behavior at the table with that. And my father is vegan. He's been vegan for 7 years now. And so a lot of it is like strange concoctions and various soups. And anytime there's lentils in anything or a lentil soup, without fail, it's like flipping a coin that has 2 of the same side. He will get a lentil in his lung without fail. And then it is hacking, trying to get this lentil out of the lung and back up the throat. And I'm sitting in the kitchen and I'm just like, literally get it together. Like, you are almost 60. What the fuck are you doing? You got a lentil floating in there? He's just like, and it's a bad cough. Like, it sounds like he's gonna go down because he can't breathe. Because when he breathes, the lentil floats around in there. So it's just like, I'm like, you got to get it together. Like, I don't understand how you can hold a job, frankly, with this foolish behavior. Like,
he must
retire. Yeah. Retire. Like, what's going on? And I am wrong. It's the same thing where, like, and again, I don't think I'm correct in this either. I'm being vulnerable on the podcast and saying where my lack of sympathy comes from.
It's true. You're usually the nicest person in any room.
But
they don't know the truth.
No, they don't. Because here's the thing. It takes a lot, and I mean like more arguably than it should, for me to get genuinely angry. Literally, you could just be like breathing in the wrong direction and I will get irritated. My threshold for getting annoyed is like so minuscule. It is a dust mite.
But
But
are you annoyed about what?
anything. Like
Oh,
anything
but
that
you
I'm
don't tell anyone.
No, because
then
I
if they
know I'm
ask-
crazy.
And
I'm
like, and then if they ask, you're like, no, I'm having the best time in the world.
well, because I know I'm wrong, so I don't want to express
Not
it because I'm
always.
incorrect.
Sometimes people are annoying.
Yes, but the other thing is the smoker coughs exclusively when it's a Gen Zer coughing. Because I'm like, did you not learn anything from The Body Shop? Do you not remember the No Drugs, No Way, Not Ever Tomorrow or Today song? Like, cigarettes will kill you. Why are you born in the year 2000 or later and smoking them like a hipster? And then you've got this horrible, like, tsunami cough. I'm like,
ill.
If you sound ill and you're doing it every 5 minutes to like clear the tar from your lungs, I get so angry. I'm just like, the stakes that you are taking to remain a hipster are like making my skin crawl.
Yeah, but that's a more reasonable thing to be annoyed at.
I
Because
guess.
like they know better. They do know better.
Yeah, I
It's
just
different
like
than like someone who's 60 now.
yes.
Who like started smoking a long time ago, back when they were like, they're good for you.
Yeah, that is
And now they're
completely
stuck.
different. Yeah, right. Because yeah, absolutely. No, it's
like,
more
an 18-year-old now.
Oh my God. An 18-year-old being like, I just love a drunk cigarette. I'm like, you were born in 2007. You were born when Avatar The Last Airbender came out. Like, what are you doing? Teen Titans came out before you were born.
You're
like,
younger than the iPhone.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding.
Are.
No.
When the iPhone came out? 2006?
2011.
No. The iPhone came out in like, let me ask Siri. Siri, when was your dad born? When did the iPhone come out? Sorry, this is so necessary. What year did the iPhone come out? Oh my God, it's literally, it's sending me to apple.com to buy an iPhone. That's so annoying.
You have to ask better. Like, when was the first iPhone released?
Okay.
AI is
What year was the first iPhone released? 2007.
Oh, okay.
The year, okay, so the year, and in June 2007, so not all of them. Some of them were born after.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's so wild. It's really weird, like, knowing that legal adults exist and they're younger than my baby sister. That fills me with so much fear.
You know what's crazy? Kyle
What?
and I were watching the French Open, the tennis match this past weekend.
For sure.
He's really into tennis now.
Yeah.
These two new guys. Super intense match. It's now the second longest in history. The one that beats it is like Nadal versus Roger
Federer.
Yeah, Nadal versus Federer. Like, that's the only match that's longer. And these guys are supposed to be like the next great ones.
Wow.
And they're really good. There's the one kid one's Italian. His last name's Sinner, but technically he's like Austrian, but he's Italian.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Spanish, named Alcaraz. So they have this huge match. And they say they're 23 and 22, which means they were born in 2001 and 2002.
Holy crap.
And they are like biggest champions in tennis right now.
That's wild. I mean, that's the age that you would start. Like, that's the age that all the retirees started. So,
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
but it is
insane. Oh my God. That makes me like start to feel old a little bit. Is that weird?
Watching
that's so
it was weird because it kept being like, born 2001. I was like, no.
You're just a little baby. What are you talking about?
And they were like, it's such an honor to like play against you. And I was like, why are you speaking so well?
Because they're not American.
That's not what 22-year-olds sound like. That might be true.
That's crazy. What's the one that we're in love with? Matteo Berrettini. I forget if
mentioned. He wasn't there.
Oh my God. The like most beautiful white man I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Those Italian curls.
He was not playing. I think he does not compete at the level that these two do. I could be wrong, but these two are considered These two are considered the best.
Interesting.
He might be up there with them.
Yeah,
sure.
I would have thought.
Have
I don't
you ever
know.
been to one of the opens?
It's really fun.
I just learned about all of them.
Yeah, my dad tries to go every year, but it kind of falls close to Labor Day. So
Which one? To the U.S. Open?
The U.S. Open, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's in like September.
Yeah, but this last Australian Open, my dad and my sister went to Australia and watched it.
Kyle and I were saying we want to go to that one. He wants to go to that one.
They had a blast. Oh my god,
cool to go.
It would be really cool.
I like that you have to be quiet.
It's a very, speaking of class, like
there's
an insane amount of etiquette in just attending a tennis match. Yeah.
The French Open, she was like, merci, merci, to get everyone to be quiet. S'il vous plaît, merci.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah, like you can't really like scream or shout. And of course people do, but you really can't talk at all. That's why I remember going to the U.S. Open and my dad would like whisper to us, but my dad has been like mere decibels away from going deaf for like the last 30 years of his life. So he whispers like a Shakespearean open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he cheats out to the audience when he whispers. So it's mortifying because he's like, look at him go. And we're like, shut the fuck up. You're going to get us kicked out. You bought the tickets. Thank you. But it's going to get us kicked out. Terrifying.
That's funny.
Yeah. I want to go to Australia. I really do. And in particular, my partner really wants to go to New Zealand to see the fucking Shire, the Hobbiton.
That thing I sent you?
Oh my god.
About the Hobbit race?
The Hobbit race where you race through
the half marathon?
The Hobbit marathon. And it seems amazing. And I will go one day. But what is showing up on my TikTok feed lately are all the species of spiders that are in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And
the spider webs everywhere.
None of them are cute. Like, none of them are cute spiders. They are all big, hairy, body the size of a palm spiders.
Yeah.
I just can't quite handle that. I'm not able to be okay with that.
Did Anna see many spiders when she was there?
I didn't ask. I don't think so, but I do imagine where my father and Anna were staying would not be where my partner and I would stay.
True.
My father is a bougie man, and
True.
I also am a bougie appreciator, but when I'm traveling in a group or with one other person, we ball a little differently.
She plays down.
Just a little, like it's just better for everyone. But I imagine that where my father stayed, they probably just like had snipers on the balconies, and any spider on like a wispy web, it was on site. Just so I don't imagine I would be staying there if I was traveling to Australia with anyone who was not my father.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of strange class and weird people, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, let me switch legs.
All right. Crazy show.
I'm ready. I'm ready to just dive into it all.
Things that I think are not talked about enough. Oh, I should have written these down.
It's okay.
I am way against Demi. Hater. Can't stand her.
Yeah. What a 180.
Things that aren't talked about enough that she did. Saying that Jesse is bad at hair. And then not only that she said Jesse's bad at hair, right, and she like tries to come back from it and stuff, but when they were having that fight in the last episode, she looks at Jesse and she goes, hair is just so... And then Jesse's like, that's my business though.
Yes.
That comment, because that showed you her true thoughts. That's not talked about enough.
No.
2, deciding that Jen's mental illness is like meh to her. She's like, whatever.
Insane. That pissed me off so much.
Because like all the rest of them had a good opinion on it. Like it doesn't mean that what she did is okay, but I can forget, I can move on. Like I'm not gonna kick her while she's down and be like, well, like what do you want from her? She already said she's not doing well.
Right.
Like because the thing is, like, if she said sorry to Demi just wouldn't care.
Correct.
She'd be like, because then she was like, oh, it's a lie. Like this is for attention, blah, blah, blah. And like, do I think that Jen was annoying? Sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And do I think that her husband is worse? Yeah. I don't like them as a couple. I think they have a lot of work to do. And I think their version of, and I think that couples therapy is great and they should do that. It's not ketamine.
For sure, no.
Ketamine therapy and then just like crying together afterwards.
Yeah.
That's not, I'm sure that's, maybe it's like emotionally like, I don't know, you let go of things, but it's not like productive. You didn't discuss anything that was wrong. You just like said I love you again.
Yeah.
And you haven't said that in a while, I guess.
I would feel like I would only ever like think ketamine therapy would be a good idea if you went with like a friend or a partner that you had a healthy relationship with, not to like sort out like marital issues. I don't know. I thought it was bizarre.
They would, like, go to their church about it.
They never go to church
and see like them as a therapist.
Oh,
so that was weird to me because Jen like says she's super devout and who knows where she's at now. And she was having trouble with it.
She was, yeah.
Okay. Next thing that's not talked about enough with Demi, she met her now husband when she was 9 years old, and he was 25.
I didn't
in
know
a marriage. He was married to someone else.
He
was actually married to someone who was on Housewives.
Who?
Which one?
Do you know the city?
Nope. I looked it up. I don't remember it though.
Son of a bitch. I gotta look this up right now.
So he was married to someone who was... So this is his second time being on reality TV. Actually, technically it's his third because he did sign up for The Bachelor and he got on. But
are you kidding?
He left before it was aired, so he wasn't on it.
Oh my God. Okay, Brett hold on. Brett
like Angerman.
Yeah, it's a weird name.
Angman. Okay, so she met him. He was married, 25 and married at the time, and she was 9 and had a crush on him.
Insane.
And then, they didn't get together till like many years later, and I do believe that. I don't think anything happened when she was underage.
Yeah, but still.
But they have a 17-year age gap. She was like... She was in her 20s and he was like late 30s.
Listen, context is so important. I don't know. Because listen, full disclaimer, as someone who is in a romantic relationship with a little bit of an age gap, like, it's one thing when you meet as adults. It's completely different,
Also, what year of adult?
Right. That is important too.
Like 22 is different than 27.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and I was young when I met my partner, but I was also out of college living with roommates, etc. I feel like the second you meet your future spouse when they're a minor, automatic red flag, automatic no.
She was 9.
9. Like that's literally you're talking to her, your future wife, as a child, like a child. Like
it's, you didn't grow up together and knew each other as kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
so that's not talked about enough. Some people talk about it online and they like shut it down really quick, but Demi's very pick me and clearly is like, well, I got him. And like, yeah, her husband's hot for sure.
For sure. I understand why you would.
He's becoming less so. The more I hear, because he's
in season 1, I loved them. I thought they were the best couple. Like,
that's what they wanted, apparently.
Yeah, it seems very orchestrated now in hindsight.
Last thing that's not talked about enough, the whole like, if Taylor's in, I'm out, and like saying that like Taylor's a liability, and also she keeps saying that like everyone else is a liability. Whitney was, Jen was, Taylor is. Like, there's one thing that's consistent in all of those.
Yeah,
and like and then they talked about it in the show, but like her yelling at Taylor's mom was like really embarrassing for her, and she felt so powerful in it. She thought she was so great. The fact that her husband didn't, and like, I'm not saying like a husband should come over and like tell you to stop, but he's a grown man.
Yeah.
Like, and no one came over to her and was like, this is inappropriate.
Right.
You don't speak to people like that anyway. Like, the way these girls speak to each other, like, if I had friends who spoke to me like that, we wouldn't be friends. But this is a reality show. I get that.
For sure. Yeah.
And that's how they talk to each other. But to talk to a mom?
Yeah.
Like that? Also, to say, I just think it's so funny for her to be like, Taylor's not the center of this. We know about Taylor's family drama. We don't know about anyone else's family drama. Literally, no one else do we see their internal, like, family fights.
Yeah.
Taylor is the main character of this. It's so obvious. And, like, she's messy, for sure.
Absolutely.
But there was one thing she said that really caught myself and Kyle when we were watching it, when she was talking to Layla on the plane, who Layla for sure needs to do better, but she's also 23.
She's so young.
So I think people need to cut her more slack for that, for not like calling out these it takes time to gain that confidence.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely plays double agent a lot and can't really pick a side, and then is so conflict avoidant, but I feel like that's a skill she will learn as she gets older. Yeah.
And Taylor was good of being like, we'll see if you like that. We'll see if you stick with that. And she didn't she was mad, but I don't think she pulled it against Layla. But then when they were on the plane and Taylor's looking at looking at the texts, scrolling through their group chat, and she says, like, say what you want about me, but you'll never find texts like this that I sent. Except you can say what you cannot like me, but you'll never find this, that I did this. That's a big one, because they all were like, when she called them out on it.
Yeah. I mean, Taylor is really messy, but also I never really have an issue with her because she lays it all out on the line. Like, she is so transparent. And like, I don't know anything about the Mormon values. And if you watch the show, you will not learn anything about Mormon values. No. But I feel like an argument could be made in a way that she is arguably somewhat the most representative of the religion, because she's honest and loyal and asks important questions and like doesn't do this like sneaky shady shit. Obviously her actual actions in the real world are not reflective of Mormon culture, but those are the parts about her that I honestly like. I'm like, swing, girl.
She's accountable to whatever she does, whatever the consequences. And like, when she made that post of like, my friends didn't comment, and it became this like huge deal and blah blah. And her friends were right. She does need to recognize the weight that she holds to some of these really young girls online.
Yeah. Because the rest of them were getting death threats.
And they were like, you need to, and they were right on this. And when that happened, she recognized it and she apologized. And they didn't like that she like didn't apologize for doing it, or that she felt like doing it. She was like, well, I can't apologize for having that feeling.
Yeah.
Like, they wanted to like apologize for being upset. And she was like, well, I was upset, but I am sorry about what happened to you guys. But like, no, none of them apologized for what they said, or that they didn't do it. They all just made excuses the whole time. And like, the thing is, like, they didn't comment in 24 hours, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Comment after?
I don't know. I don't know.
So
they had a value or a valid argument for being like, we all texted you privately, like we all, and you know,
yes,
more
they
important,
did.
Like the public look or the, you know, actual relationship. And I think the fact is that due to their like jobs, both matter quite a bit.
Especially for something that big. That's probably one of the biggest things she's ever done.
Yeah, I think like, at the time it was,
like to host or to go to the CMAs, to be one of the hosts, to call an award, like, that's huge. And then, this was the other thing that was another thing about Demi, because Demi was clearly jealous of the CMAs thing. That's
Demi
for sure.
Is,
you know, really what else?
Insecure, it seems like,
super insecure. Do you remember when Macy said that she got the book deal? She told them all she got this book deal. Also, clearly the best out of all of them. Absolute,
I think Macy is my favorite.
Running the show. She took this whole social media thing and she was like, I'm gonna set myself up, and then if I want to, like, she started business because of it. Now she's got a book deal. She did the pickleball thing. She's doing the most out of any of them.
She was also able to be friends with Whitney and the rest of the group without
She's
like playing double agent, and I was so impressed. I was like, how are
friends
you
with Michaela and friends with Whitney, and Michaela hates Whitney. It's because she doesn't pick sides. She just lets people talk.
Yeah,
But
Macy is the best in my opinion, for sure.
Yeah, I said when Macy. So Macy, I just realized what you said. When she was telling them about her book deal, they all were like, "Oh my god, that's so amazing!" Because I know that's something you've wanted for a long time, and you really had a hard time. We find out later that like this horrible tragedy happened in her past when she was in college. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
It shows Demi. Demi's not smiling.
She's not happy for it at all.
She's literally just like,
the littlest
like she's not.
smile.
She didn't get a book deal.
Yeah.
Did you want to write a book?
As much of a smirk
did you
as the
write up a draft and send it to an agency?
Yeah.
That she clearly did that work to be like, oh, here's everything I'm going to put in the book. Like, no.
Yeah.
And to try and get your best friend kicked off the show for more money. Shady as shit. That's not a friend.
Insane. No, not at all.
Because they were like, she was like, it's a business. First and foremost. Not first and foremost is it a business. That's something that happened.
Yeah, I mean, well, because the season finale, and like what I think will be kind of like the center point of the reunion, which is out on July 1st, and I'm really excited about it, was the big like Jesse scandal of like Jesse like having a marital affair. And like that was very shocking because it does not, it goes against what we've seen Jesse be kind of throughout the whole show. But I feel like that was so like entirely undermined by like how atrocious Demi behaved the entire season. Like I kind of forgot that the big finale was like, oh, Jesse might be unfaithful to her husband.
Yeah. And then when she was like sitting there trying to get them to kick Taylor out, and she was like, she's a despicable human being. I was like, she's sitting right there.
Yeah.
How can, like, genuinely, how can you say that as a person and be like, I'm a faithful Christian?
And Taylor is and I think was brilliant in doing this because it totally showed Demi's true colors, is sitting there and letting her say it. She's like, go ahead. Like, keep talking about it. Like it was.
And she's like, how can you even sit here? And she's like, you can go.
Yeah.
And she's like, is anyone else gonna go? And they're like, and when Michaela was like, well, what if, because Michaela doesn't like Whitney, and do I think Michaela's maybe pushing it a little? Yes, but she's on her own journey of like gaining her power back and holding people accountable. So I understand that. I think she could let up a little bit, but I also think she's right that Whitney does just like go away for a while and then come back and be like, are we good? Like Whitney doesn't take accountability. But then she was like, well, what would you say if I said if Whitney's in, then I'm out? Like, and Demi was like, well, Whitney wasn't a problem on this trip. And she was like, for you.
Right.
Whitney's not a problem for you. Taylor's not a problem for any of us. This is a you thing.
Yeah.
And Demi's like, and then she's like, I'm so loyal to all of you. To who? Not your best friend, not Jen, not Whitney, not Taylor. Literally not anyone who stands in your way of money. You are not loyal. That's literally not what it is.
It's wild. And then the thing that made me absolutely shriek was Taylor did a little bit of gaslighting in that scene because they had just voted on Whitney being let back on Mom Talk. And Taylor just is like, Demi's a no for me. And Demi flips her shit. She's like, we're not voting on me. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're so fucking weird. And Taylor was like, I'm not voting on you. I'm just saying that like we're not good. And it's like crickets among the girls. And Taylor's like, why would you think that I'm voting on you? And Demi's like, because you just brought it up after we voted Whitney in. Like, how could I not assume? And Taylor's just like, I never said we were voting, did I? It was like, you're such a bitch.
And then she was like, but you did. Because Demi didn't know that Taylor knew about if you're in, I'm out. And I think she wasn't going to bring it up because she knew. And she just wanted them all to meet without Taylor and be like, Taylor's out. And then whenever Taylor was there, she was like, I hear you want me out. And you like want to, and if you're in, then If I'm in, then you're going to be out. And she was like, well, we're not voting. And she's like, but you want to, don't you?
Yeah. Crazy.
Taylor's
Maniacal behavior. That totally worked. Totally worked. Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor's quite smart.
She's really smart. I really am rooting for her. I hope the third season, and the reunion, she like totally steps into her power. And
I think all this stuff with Dakota, she's right that like it was just impossible.
Yeah,
with the two of them, and they loved each other, but like they did trigger each other. They couldn't.
And he fucking cheated on her when she just had his kid.
He was the worst person.
I did not feel bad for him at all.
Then like for like he takes her family side when they're yelling at her.
Oh my god.
He takes Chase's side when he's yelling at her. He takes everyone's side against her. And then he's like, but I love her. Why is she mad at me?
I love you. And they were still sleeping together at the time, so it's just like so many.
Yeah, and then he was like,
confusing.
And then he was like, she has to decide. Why does she? You decide. What do you want?
Well, he wants his cake and to eat it too.
Yeah,
he just wants things to go back to normal so he can keep having sex with other girls and then also be with his baby mama.
Yeah, and then I haven't watched all of them. I just saw clips online that they, in different groups, went on this guy's podcast. Files.
Oh, I think I saw Jen and Zach's, and I found out something about Jen that made me really not like her at all.
Oh, let's cut to that.
And it kind of made me like sympathize with Zach in a lot of ways a little bit. So she got pregnant with their most she's still pregnant.
Yeah.
Their most recent soon-to-be child. Because she stopped taking her birth control and did not tell Zach that she stopped taking it. You are not communicating with your partner. And if the roles were reversed, i.e. poking a hole in a condom, like that's an unwanted pregnancy. That's an unwanted insertion.
Yeah.
So and he said that when he found this out, it really scared him and stressed him out because all of a sudden he's going to be a father again, and there were no conversations about it. There was no talk about stopping the birth control. She just stopped and they got pregnant. And I was like, that's terrible.
Yeah. The whole season she was just lying to everyone. And then like I started feeling bad for Zach because he's like trying to take her side, and they're like, she's throwing you under the bus.
Yeah, and then you find out, right?
Like whenever he's like, he goes to the other guys and he's like, that wasn't cool. That was my wife. Like trying to defend her, and they were like, she knew, and we were told that you knew that she was gonna tell you, and he was like, I gotta take my wife's side.
I know. It did kind of make me not do a full 180, but kind of, I'm not like rooting for him to fail really anymore. Like he was so shitty. He was such a piece of shit in the first season. And then I think like a combination of like the girls on the show and then also like massive social media response kind of like hit him in the head and made him realize like, oh, my behavior as a husband was super vile. And then he kind of like comes and tries to work it out with Jen. And then I did kind of agree that the Chippendale thing was...
They shouldn't have done that.
They shouldn't have done that. And he's clearly so uncomfortable, but he is afraid to even vocalize that because it's immediately going to allude to what happened the first time when he was wrong.
Yeah.
But like it,
But then also they all think he knows.
Right, exactly. So it's not really their fault either because they thought he was in on the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it definitely, I think him like having to watch it back and like see everything on the show did make him realize it. I'm not sure if I would say he's like a good husband or a good person yet, but it's clear that
he's so far trying.
Like I think it is clear that like he at least wants to be better and he's open to like advice and like feedback.
Yeah.
He's trying. And then, like, he's, like, doing all this stuff to, like, he's genuinely, like, doing it to try. And, like, Jen with the whole, like, Ben Affleck thing. And he's like, stop.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
we're not related. I think the funniest part of all of that is that Ben Affleck hasn't said a word on it.
No.
He couldn't
I
care
doubt
less.
he even knows the show exists.
I'm sure someone's mentioned it at some point
Maybe,
because the show is so big and they're like, they talk about you. And he's probably like,
everyone does.
It's that picture of him just like smoking a cigarette in the corner.
Literally, yeah. I mean, also to Zach, not to be like a Zach apologist, but like he sat down with two of her friends who actively hated him at the time.
The meanest of them.
Yeah.
Who like wanted to rip him to shreds.
Like that took, I think, major balls. And he really did like sit there and take what they threw at him. He kind of was like, okay, like for sure. And that's when you kind of realize, that's the first moment I think when you realize is that Jen's lying, because he's like, well, there's stuff that's not lining up. Like when she told them that he used his school tuition on gambling and gambled it away. And he was like, he's like, that never happened. And they're like, well, that's what your wife told us.
And they were like, he was like, why would you say that online? And to Demi's credit, she was like, I said that because I was told that. She was like, I would never make that up. That's a crazy thing to make up. And he was like, Yeah. And then when it got called out in front of Jen, she was like, well, you did say that. And he's like, no. And she's like, well,
because then she's like, he didn't gamble his tuition away. And it's everyone's like, that's what you said.
Why would you say that? That's such a weird thing to say.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah.
And so, and like, whenever her and Jesse got in that fight,
Jen?
Like at the cupcake shop, and it was like that weird thing. Yeah. And then Jesse afterwards, like, was like, I shouldn't have yelled at her the way I did. She was like, that wasn't productive. And it wasn't like her ability to look back on it and self-reflect. And even though she was like, Jen was meaner to me than she needed to be.
Yeah.
She also was like, I didn't handle it right.
Yeah.
Either. Like I think that's the kind of stuff, because the whole season was them like fighting and arguing and being like, this isn't what mom talks about. Mom talks about and everyone was like, mom talk is about high school pettiness.
I literally,
like, what are you talking about?
Every time they say mom talk, I laugh. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck?
But it was like moments like that where I'm like, okay, that's what you wanted mom talk to me about.
I remembered another fucking insane thing that Demi did that I totally forgot about. When Layla got the brand deal in New York City, and Demi fucking texts Layla asking, hey, how much money are you making on this deal? Because you said it was a lot. And Layla just like plays it very cool and is like, LOL, why do you ask? And she's like, just curious. I was like, that is fucking diabolical. You're keeping tabs on how much money the girls are making per brand deal? What?
Because you need to make more.
Oh my God. And then, again, it was really hard to like hold on to the jaw-dropping moment of like the Jessie and her husband scandal, because like Jessie was treated so horribly this season by allegedly her best friend. Like, said she's shit at hair, tries to boot her off the show for more money. Like,
and it's like, that's fine. And she's like, Jessie has enough money. Yeah. Is that what the show's about?
Right. It's just like, oh my God, she's so obsessed with the numerics. It's nuts.
And then when Jessie like says to her, like, I'm treated like shit. I do everything for you guys for free.
She does her hair for free all the time.
They all have money. Why are they not paying her?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But then she's like, I do all of it and none of you guys say thank you. I do your hair when we go out. Why is the crew not doing their hair? Why is Jessie doing it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, maybe because they think she's good at hair.
I mean, yeah, maybe they do it themselves sometimes too.
I don't know.
And they do their own.
They all do their own all of them have beautiful hair. It makes me so jealous. I'm like, oh my God, your hair!
It's all extensions.
So glossy and beautiful.
Every Taylor one of them is wearing extensions.
Taylor on site being diabolical, sending Demi the Jessie hair salon PR for Christmas. And then it literally pans to Taylor in the confessional, and she's literally sitting there like,
And Demi's like, that's so childish, so mean. And she was like, I just wanted to get her something.
It's fucking funny, dude.
It's hilarious.
I laughed.
And when they went to that, dude, when you go to like a dinner party and the one person who's been like in the drama shows up looking completely different than they've ever looked, you know they're in their villain arc.
Yeah. Insane. Yeah.
If you're not careful, you're going to be kicked off the show. Hilarious that they think Taylor would be kicked off. The funniest thing, I saw this online that people were like, how mad do you think Taylor was when the intro came out for the show and Taylor's front and center in that like row of girls and Demi's like back corner.
Back
Can't
there.
Even see her. Don't even know she's in it, and it is Taylor front and center.
How do you not know that? Or I mean, I guess they shoot the intro after they shoot the series, but it's just like, I don't know, because she was also in the center in the first season. So
I mean, they all talk about it. She created Mom Talk. She's like, I created it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's even like, and when she was at the dinner, when she was like, but I would never kick someone else off of this to get more for myself. And she's like, I would never ask for more money at the sake of others getting less. You guys have plenty. They all have so much money.
Yeah, I mean, Michaela said that she makes more money on a singular brand deal than her husband makes in his paycheck. I was like, I can't even imagine that. That is insane.
No, they're so rich.
Yeah.
He still wants more. Once you taste money, it's a disease.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like, I don't know what the standard of living in Utah is like. Honestly, those houses look like very cookie cutter, newly renovated. Like they all kind of look the same, and they're blindingly white.
I know.
But where they live is beautiful. I mean, it's literally like the mountains are behind you. But yeah, I would imagine that a fair amount of privilege would go. Jen saying she's from the hood of Utah.
Oh my god. And they show it, and her husband's like, you're from Provo, and then they cut to Provo.
Well, that's where all of them live currently, in Provo. Like you grew up.
He's like, okay.
You grew up where the show is shot.
There's literally nothing about you that says hood. No. Other than the mega long hair.
Yeah.
Their hair is too long. You know whose hair is definitely too long? Layla's. I don't like her hair that long. She's too skinny to have hair that long.
I do feel like it is. Yeah.
Because she is skin and bones.
Whitney. I love Whitney.
Whitney doesn't have extensions,
Yeah. Her hair is amazing. I love her style. Like
all of them have far too long extensions.
Yeah. I definitely I do want the long hair below the boobs. Like that is what I'm working towards.
Yeah, it's just like in their butt crack.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Like when you sit on the toilet, be careful.
I don't want that. I already hate when I'm in the shower and I wash my hair and I like wash my body and I have to pull a stray hair out when it's migrated down the spine and into the crack. I have to part the C to get the hair. I hate it.
Just sits there.
I know. I'm like, how does it even get in there? There's no ass to find. But there's a crack. There's a crack. So
where there's a crack, there's a way.
Yes.
I've always said that.
You famously always said that. Anyway, this has been our show. This has been Office Hours. Thank you so much for listening to our rants about class and Mormons.
It's important stuff.
Yeah. Tune in next time. We love you so much. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye.